On February 19, 2026, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor spent 11 hours inside a Thames Valley police station. It was his 66th birthday. The immunity of a prince was replaced by a formal caution for misconduct in public office. This offense carries a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. For the king's brother, the risk has shifted from social exile to physical incarceration. While detectives seized digital devices from his properties in Berkshire and Norfolk, the prince was moved to a small cottage on the Sandringham estate. He did not choose this residence. He now occupies the specific space the institution designates for him. His daily movement is a matter of administrative oversight rather than royal privilege. In the House of Commons, Minister Chris Bryant described the prince's decade-long trade role as a self-enriching hustle. By allowing these words into the official record, the monarchy has signaled its refusal to intervene. To follow how the crown survives this legal crisis, subscribe to this chronicle. The investigation remains active as detectives process years of seized correspondence. The prince remains under caution, a man waiting to see if the institution that gave him his title will now allow his prosecution. The next decision lies with the Crown Prosecution Service. In November 2010, a confidential briefing on trade missions to Vietnam reached the prince's inbox. 5 minutes later, U.S. Department of Justice records show that document was forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein. This transformed a state secret into a tool for private networking. Similar patterns appear in 2011 correspondence regarding investment data for Helmand Province, then an active combat zone for British soldiers. The arrest of former associates indicates that detectives are mapping a specific network of information exchange. The precedent for removal is established. In 1917, King George V issued a royal warrant to strip his own relatives of their British titles to distance the throne from his German lineage. Today, that distance is measured in the geography of the Sandringham estate. The prince remains in a 4-bedroom cottage on the perimeter, restricted from the main house and the working offices of the king. By April 2026, the first legal filings regarding the 2002 Royal Ascot incident will reach the High Court. This case involves documented allegations of misconduct on royal grounds during the Golden Jubilee. King Charles now holds a leather-bound folder containing the draft letters patent required to formally revoke a peerage. It is a mechanism that has not been used against a member of the immediate family for over a century. The Crown Prosecution Service has requested the prince's final written statement by Friday morning. On February 12, 2026, the locks were changed at the 30-room Royal Lodge. The prince's belongings were moved to the perimeter cottage during a 4-hour window while the king met with private secretaries. This followed internal briefings on data showing the king's favorability at its lowest point, trailing Princess Anne by 12%. With 54% of the public now categorizing the monarchy as unimportant, the institution is reacting to public indifference. This data dictates a secret transition timeline. Court advisors are drafting a summer 2026 abdication intended to seat Prince William before the 2027 general election can turn the throne into a campaign issue. William's first administrative directive is on record: a coronation budget capped at £50 million. This 50% reduction from his father's ceremony is a calculated attempt to secure the right to exist through visible austerity. But the crown no longer dictates the pace. Assistant Chief Constable Oliver Wright has confirmed that detectives are now formally interacting with legal representatives for a woman who alleges she was brought to Windsor in 2010 specifically for the prince. The king's desk now holds 2 documents: the draft letters patent for his own abdication and a formal request for evidence. Friday morning is the deadline for the prince's final written statement. Is the king right to sacrifice his brother to save the throne? Or is the monarchy already too broken to be salvaged? Share your thoughts below and subscribe to stay with this chronicle.